The shift that will change everything in your relationships with women. Hello everyone. Today we're diving deep into a concept that has the potential to completely transform not just your relationships with women, but also how you view yourself. The insights we'll explore today are more than just theoretical ideas. They're practical principles that can change how you interact with people and how you present yourself to the world. We've all heard the saying that it's easier to start fresh than to repair something that's broken. In the realm of relationships, this couldn't be truer. Relationships are delicate and intricate, built on perceptions and dynamics that once set are incredibly difficult to change. And when things start to go wrong, especially in romantic relationships, it's easy to feel as though you've missed your chance to fix things. But what if I told you that there's a way to ensure that this doesn't happen in the first place? For a woman entering a relationship, it's almost like stepping into a completely new reality. This reality is shaped by many factors, but most significantly, it's shaped by the man's presence, the way he carries himself, the way he sets boundaries, the way he communicates his expectations. The subtle yet powerful force he radiates through his posture. But what do we mean when we say masculine posture? Let's break it down. Masculine posture isn't just about body language, the way you walk, or the strength you project in your stance. It's a deeper, more profound concept. It's the silent authority you carry with you. It's the strength of your presence, your ability to command respect without having to say a word. It's the unwavering belief in yourself that shapes the reality of your relationships. Now, the concept of masculine posture often feels vague or misunderstood, especially in today's world, flooded with relationship advice from every corner of the internet. So let's simplify it. A man's posture is the foundation of his relationship. And once this posture is established, changing it becomes a monumental task. The truth is, the way you present yourself at the start, how you establish your strength, your boundaries, your self-respect, will determine how your relationships unfold. Let's take a closer look at why this is so critical. The impact of weak posture in relationships. Imagine a man who has spent years being overlooked, disrespected, or even betrayed in past relationships. Maybe he's been the one who always compromises, who sacrifices his needs for the sake of peace, or who seeks validation from his partner at the cost of his own self-respect. At first, this man might think that doing whatever it takes to please his partner will win her affection and loyalty. But in reality, this behavior often signals weakness. Now I want you to picture this. A woman enters a relationship with this man. Immediately, even if she doesn't consciously recognize it, she picks up on this dynamic. She feels the cracks in his posture. She notices that he's not fully grounded. He lacks that inner confidence, that unshakable sense of self that makes a man stand tall, both physically and emotionally. She feels that he will let things slide to avoid confrontation. At first, these little cracks may seem insignificant. Maybe she raises her voice once in an argument, or maybe she speaks to him in a more dismissive tone than usual. In the grand scheme of things, these moments might not feel like huge red flags. But the truth is, they're a signal. A signal that he has failed to establish clear boundaries, and worse yet, that he hasn't shown the strength to enforce them. What happens next? Over time, this dynamic continues to deteriorate. The more he allows these small, disrespectful moments to slide, the more he gives her permission to test him. This testing escalates. What started as a harsh comment could soon become something bigger, like betrayal or infidelity. Why? Because she starts to feel that there are no consequences. There's no fear of what might happen if she oversteps. And most importantly, she no longer values his reaction. This process isn't just about her behavior, it's about the space that he's allowed to develop. His posture, his boundaries, and his responses have all shaped the relationship. And once this initial perception of him as weak is formed, it becomes difficult, if not impossible, for him to change it. Let me illustrate it this way. It's like trying to fix a broken vase with tape. No matter how much effort you put into it, the cracks will always be visible. This is why it's so important for a man to establish the right posture from the very beginning. The power of masculine posture. A strong masculine posture is something that cannot be faked. You can't just act confident or pretend to be dominant. This kind of posture comes from within. It's not something you impose or manipulate. It's something you embody. It's a natural expression of your identity, an unwavering sense of who you are, what you stand for, and what you're willing to accept or reject. When a man holds this posture, it's magnetic. Women intuitively sense it. They're drawn to it because it's authentic. It doesn't rely on gimmicks or external validation. It's grounded in self-respect and confidence. The strongest postures are effortless because they reflect a man's true essence. When you embody this kind of posture, a woman aligns herself with your reality. She steps into your world rather than trying to pull you into hers. But let's pause here. I know some of you might be wondering, what if I've already made mistakes? What if I've already set the wrong tone in my relationships? Is it too late to change? The road to rebuilding posture. While it's true that rebuilding your posture in an ongoing relationship is a challenging task, it's far from impossible. It will take time, effort, and most importantly, self-awareness. The key to turning things around lies in understanding that change doesn't happen overnight. You'll need to stay consistent and patient. Here's the thing. As you begin to rebuild your posture, it's crucial that you remain authentic. If you're pretending or trying to force a change that isn't rooted in your true self, she'll sense it. Women are incredibly intuitive, and if your actions don't align with your true character, that disconnect will only serve to reinforce her original perception of you. So, start by working on yourself. Focus on growing into the man you want to become. When you develop the strength and confidence that come from self-respect, your actions will naturally begin to reflect that growth. You won't have to try too hard. It will be effortless because it's real. Establishing a new dynamic. The first days. For those of you starting fresh with a new partner, the early stages of the relationship offer a critical opportunity to set the tone from day one. Early on, you'll face what some people refer to as tests. Moments when she challenges you to see if you're as grounded and confident as you appear. These aren't obstacles, they're opportunities. They're opportunities for you to showcase your authenticity. Men who pass these early tests with confidence earn a deeper level of respect and trust. It's not about overpowering her, it's about demonstrating that you are centered, consistent, and unwavering in your sense of self. When you handle these moments with composure and strength, she'll begin to accept the reality of the relationship. The key takeaway. At the end of the day, the core message is simple but profound. Your posture shapes the reality of your relationships. It's not something you can fake, force, or build overnight. It's the result of knowing yourself, living in alignment with your values, and presenting that authenticity to the world around you. When you do this, when you embody true strength, self-respect, and confidence, everything changes. Not just in your relationships with women, but in every area of your life. You'll begin to attract people who respect you, who value you, and who want to connect with you on a deeper level. So I challenge you today to reflect on the posture you've set in your relationships. Are you presenting yourself as a man of strength, clarity, and confidence? Or are there cracks in your posture that leave you vulnerable to being underestimated? The choice is yours. But remember, the posture you establish today will define the quality of your relationships tomorrow. Stay grounded, stay authentic, and always remember that your true strength is rooted